Hey, what is going on, guys? I come to you all with some amazing news just now breaking. Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic is officially announced for the UFC heavyweight title of the world. Jon Jones will be taking on Stipe Miocic at UFC 295 November 11th, 2023, and I could not be happier for this fight. I am so excited, and I hope all of you are as excited as I am. This is a fight where you have the greatest fighter of all time, Jon Jones, taking on Stipe Miocic, the consensus greatest heavyweight of all time, and I could not be happier. Unfortunately, there are some asterisks on this fight. Stipe Miocic is coming off of a 2-year layoff after getting brutally knocked out by Francis Ngannou, and ever since then, we all know Stipe has always been, throughout his entire career, he's been a fighter that's very inactive. But, he's been sitting at the fire department, not answering calls, and finally picked up Dana White's 7,000th call in the month and said, fine, I'll fight Jon Jones to give me enough money. He finally accepted the fight, and I could not be happier. This fight was originally going to take place at UFC 290 International Fight Week, which happens to be tomorrow. But I honestly am not disappointed at all because, one, I don't think this fight's going to be all that competitive, but two, Volkanovski versus Rodriguez is a fight that I care a lot more about. It's a fight that's a lot more exciting and has a lot more stake in the MMA world. We know Jon Jones is a huge name, and I know people are going to say, oh, it's Jon Jones, it's Jon Jones. I don't care who it is. Alexander Volkanovski versus Yair Rodriguez is my most anticipated matchup of the year, outside of maybe Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. The second one. And yeah, man, I am so excited for this fight. I hope all of you are as excited as I am. The funny thing is, though, this fight was announced on the exact same day as Francis Ngannou was being tweeted about by Ariel Helwani and Eddie Hearn, saying his fight with Tyson Fury is about to be materialized. Contracts may or may not be signed. The fight's going to be announced in days, literal days. And just then, on the exact same day, Dana White announces Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic for the heavyweight title. This is going to be Jon Jones' first title defense. But back to my original point. You remember when Francis Ngannou made his move to PFL, and he had the little countdown where he's like 5 days, big announcement, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days. On the day of his announcement where he made his move to PFL, Dana White came out and did a public service announcement where he announced UFC 291, which is a absolutely stacked card. But it's clear Dana White has a very large grudge against Francis Ngannou, and Francis Ngannou's unwillingness to bow down to the demands of Dana White. And I could not be happier with how this situation's playing out. Jon Jones is finally going to defend his heavyweight belt against Stipe Miocic, and he's already the consensus greatest fighter of all time. Imagine if he adds Stipe Miocic to the resume. It's undeniable. And then past them, what if he goes and fights Sergey Pavlovich? What if he goes fights someone else at the top of the heavyweight division? There is no denying Jon Jones as the greatest fighter of all time. And anyone that doesn't have him as number one either doesn't have them on their list or they're an idiot. They're blinded. They're blinded by bias and other things like that. And I am so excited for this fight. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I cannot wait for this fight. This is a fight that I have been dreaming of for a long time. And I know there's certain aspects of this fight, like Stipe Miocic being inactive, and he's out of his prime, he's coming off of a knockout loss. I know there's aspects of this fight that take away from the glory of it, but at the end of the day, I could not be happier, and I'm so excited this fight is finally happening. I hope you guys are as excited as I am, and let me know what your guys' thoughts are about the fight. For me personally, as for an early prediction, I'm going Jon Jones via second round submission. I think he's going to outstrike him in the first round, and then in the second round, he's going to take him down. He's going to wear on him, and Stipe is going to give up his neck. Jon Jones is going to submit him via guillotine, rear naked choke, arm triangle, something like that. But I think he's going to expose his neck. Maybe it could be a joint lock. You never know. But as for an official prediction, I'm going Jon Jones via second round submission. I think Jon Jones is going to face a lot more adversity in this fight than he did in the Ciryl Gane fight. Ciryl Gane, he was getting taken down at will by Francis Ngannou, and I believe Stipe Miocic has much better takedown defense. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to do anything to stop the onslaught from Jon Jones. I believe Jon Jones is going to take him down. He's going to submit him in the second round, and I think he's going to retire in the cage, establishing himself and cementing his legacy as the greatest fighter to ever walk the face of the earth. A record that likely will never be broken. I mean, youngest champion of all time. You know, the 13 title fight wins. You know, undefeated. He has not a single loss. And people talk about the one loss where he got disqualified. That is not a loss. That was a win. He was elbowing his opponent into oblivion, and Jon Jones did an illegal 12-6 elbow. Ref stopped the fight. But man, people talk about, oh, his close fights with Dominic Reyes. I thought Dominic Reyes won that fight, but at the end of the day, it doesn't take away from the fact that Jon Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. And if you say he's not, you're lying. You're just lying to yourself. You're an idiot. So I'm so excited for this fight. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Who do you see winning? You know, is someone going to pull out? How many pay-per-view buys does this fight do? You know, things like that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, let me know your thoughts on the quality of my videos. Let me know give me some feedback on how I'm doing. Am I progressing in my quality of videos? My comfortability on the mic, all those kind of things. Let me know your thoughts on me down below, on the fights down below, any early predictions. Also, like, comment, subscribe, and you know, turn on notifications so you'll be updated by all my future content. I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you watch start to finish. It means a lot to me, and it helps grow the channel greatly. And I'm very appreciative of every single one of you. I will see you guys all in the next one.